set a little tight.
So here's Anna DeBeer. Shampoo falling to the ground was able to put enough.
She has bought in the most out of any player, and it shows.
Abercrombie, how about that sharp angle?
Instead of the 4-4 that you see for outsides, that's a 2.
Scott on serve, received, DeBeer roofed. Natalie Foster, Brittany Abercrombie teaming up for the tandem.
You really see the power of a timeout with how much the tide has shifted the momentum now, all with the Valkyries.
Indy hitting 462 as a team. Orlando hitting 294. It has been a high-quality first set of volleyball. Teeler, what a stab there by Vanderweide. And Brittany Abercrombie. Johnny Teeler, the fantastic right side hitter for Indy, goes back to serve. Back bump by Shampoo to Abercrombie. Turned back by the block. Now it's Schwann attacking. Crawford off the edge of the block and out. And Madison, I was asking you during the break, these timeouts have really had an impact on the flow, whether they've been the immediate timeout or ones that teams have called. It feels like we've gone teeter-totter style back and forth. That's a big first swing by Indy.
Volleyball is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum and rhythm, and a timeout can break the momentum and easily switch to the other side.
Tough break for CeCe Crawford and Anna DeBeer. Crawford got a hand up there. Would have been a quality block touch. It'll be their new setter, Melanie Schaffmaster, out of the University of Minnesota. And her teammate, Lydia Grote, checking in as Orlando's opposite. DeBeer, right down the line, brings up set points.
Fingertips with all of her power.
DeBeer herself back to serve. 3 set points for Indy. Oh, Schaffmaster tried to set the pin, and it rolled right off her hands. Unfortunate for the newcomer to Orlando, and that is how set 1 comes to a close. Averaging roughly 2.5 kills per set in her rookie season in the Pro Volleyball Federation is DeBeer, number 14 in orange. Abercrombie and Scott. What a set by Shampoo to Vanderweide. She'll set her again. Taylor. Free ball to Indy. Still up. Scott digs it out. And Hilly puts it down. Called her own number to put an end to the rally that time.
If that doesn't shine, it's just to go for it and take advantage.
The league leader in assists and assists per set, nearly 12%, by the way, for Sydney Hilly, is also the reigning Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week. How about the block of the Ignite?
Block was set and ready and pressed on the line, so she went angle. And what makes Vanderweide so difficult to defend is how fast that arm swing is.
And it's a unique arm swing too, isn't it?
It's a roundhouse arm swing. She starts with it low. It's really cool.
And Kaz Brown knew exactly what to do with the overpass. Oriented second set. Orlando has a handful of set points. DeBeer staves off 1, and Orlando remains just a side out away. In the first set, Orlando lost set 1, hitting 287 to Indy's 417. In this set, the Valkyries are hitting right around that same mark, but Indy's hitting at 158. Grote off the right. Orlando still in that dub sub look. Scott down the line, missed it, and Orlando does. Nervous aces, I don't think, to this point, Madison. but they have generated a ton of service pressure nonetheless.
Agreed, and that's because this serve-receive line for Indy is so incredible.
Lydia Martin couldn't handle that shot by Courtney Schwann. We're knotted up at 1, and back and forth we go.
That block was locked in because of that communication.
And with that, Orlando leads early 3-2. Baird dug by Schwann. Over the net, Schwann picks up that attempt to kill the overdick. Off the bick, off speed by Scott. Abercrombie, tip back. Vander Weide off the block. Baird gives it a swat. Frantic rally. An SMU for Sam Erger. Led the ACC in aces, set an SMU record in aces, and has only continued to build confidence from there as Lydia Martin goes back to serve for Indy. Schwann off speed. Hilly got a hand on it. Nobody else could.
It is really cool how much trouble Courtney Schwann can get teams into with all of her tools. The tip goes down, I would say 9 times out of 10, teams have a really difficult time reading her because she comes in with a nice strong approach, and then she does have so many tools and she's very rangy.
Orlando leads once again by 1 with Abercrombie serving. Baird on the cross. Dug out of play by Yosia.
I like that play. It's a little bit of a gap go. Sydney impressive. I mean, that just speaks to the experience of Sydney Hilly and knowing exactly what Baird needs and being able to give it to her quickly.
On the cross, there's Courtney Schwann.
And that's why you can't get too comfortable against Courtney Schwann. She's got it all right there, going 4-4, wrist away. Good pass by Kaz Brown, keeping the play in system.
So give the point to Indy. Vander Weide. Taylor turned back, good cover by Crawford. Scott roofed. M.K. White.
Welcome into the game, M.K. White.
They like to see blocks in general. And I thought, is there something I missed? Abercrombie, well-placed ball inside the back corner.
Beautiful to that deep area 1 zone on the court. So much power and strength behind that swing.
2-point lead for Orlando. It has been a wacky third set. Taylor gets the set off the right. Nice pickup by Yosia. Abercrombie dropped it inside the back line. Set points coming for Orlando. How?
Bailout kind of attacker for the Valkyries.
Well, they've afforded her some breathing time, and she has delivered with consecutive kills when it's mattered most in the third. Set points for Orlando. Taylor stopped, and Orlando leads 2-1. Got the starting assignment here in set number 4, did White number 9. Her fellow middle, Kaz Brown, serves. How about that back set by Hilly to Crawford? Vander Weide. Baird gives chase, free ball to the Valks. Second effort for Vander Weide, this time it's a kill.
Pretty set. Good connection to Vander Weide, who swings high and off the top of the hand.
Kaz Brown serves once more. Taylor. Nice pass by Schwann. And when you get first ball contact like that, keep in mind, folks, no libero on the floor.
And she has just been running it with it ever since.
Vander Weide. Turned back by the block, joust at the net, pancaked by Courtney Schwann. Strong block touch, still playing. Not anymore! M.K. White.
Going to swing sharp. So she dove those arms into that sharp angle and shut it down. That was a really good read by her.
Crawford, number 12 for Indy, one of the top 10 blockers in the league. 38 coming into the match, ranked 7th. Schwann. That's a kill for Courtney.
Quickly, the paces of the game to dig it up.
That'll send Katie Beard back to serve. Indy stretching the lead to 5. And again, for each of these sets for either of these teams, this is about as large as any individual set lead has gotten for either side. Orlando led by 5 at a few points, a few sets earlier. Kaz Brown trims the lead to 4. Here we go again. Does Orlando have a run in them? We're about to find out.
Seems like Kaz Brown's offense really opens up. Her vision really opens up on that slide attack. That was a good decision by her.
It's worth mentioning that Orlando's best service run of this set came off the arm of Kaz Brown. Beard dug up by Brown, and Brittany Abercrombie will run out of room. And so keeping in mind that Orlando did go on an extended run with Brown earlier, it's a big swing by Beard to put an end to that service rotation before it could gain any steam.
And it's just another example of the depth that Indy Ignite has. Anna DeBeer was getting blocked. They were doing a good job at slowing her down. So he put in Beard, and it's paid dividends.
Izzy Martin checks in to serve. Melanie Schaffmaster. That was sneaky, and that was a good decision. Open net, called her own number.
And that was her last chance, too. Now she goes back to the back row. The opposing defense, the opposing block, not a
serve. Late set 4. Indy's got to win it to force a 5th. Hilly on the run, sets Scott. And Carly Scott finds a seam and puts that ball down to bring up set points.
Good service pressure from the Valkyries. One of their goals was to get Sydney Hilly moving, but the cleanup play from Carly Scott.
The 5th. Now they lead the 5th by 3. Katie Baird, their new pickup, serves. Grote turned back, good cover by Schwann. Grote turned back again, picked up by Schaffmaster. Out of system for Grote, and Baird digs it out. Scott picked up by Vander Weyden. Keeler sets the out of system for Carly Scott. Shannon Scully retreats, and a free ball to the Ignite. Baird, back row off the Bic, puts it to the floor.
Defense.
Kylie Murr checks in to serve. Grote. That's a big swing by Lydia.
Touch by Elena Scott is so clean, pure, and exact. And good for Carly Scott to go up there and take a giant rip at the ball. Really brave swing.
No relation between Elena Scott and Carly Scott, by the way. They spell their last names different ways, in fact. MK White on the attack. Carly Scott on the attack as well. Scully stepped in. Another back bump. And Scott drops the hammer again. Tonight, she goes back to serve. And Indy is 3 points away from taking this match on the road. That's an important swing for Orlando. The dub sub is off. Back to the floor, Shampoo and Abercrombie. So back to more like business as usual for the Valkyries as Lindsay Vander Weyden goes back to serve. Orlando needs a run here. No mistakes about it, trailing by 4. Out of the middle, there's Martin. Dug by Shampoo. Orlando's out of system. Abercrombie goes off speed. Picked up by Elena Scott. Teeler picked up by Shampoo again. Orlando remains out of system to no avail. What a swing by Courtney Schwann.
And this is exactly what the Valkyries.
9 digs for number 18 in orange. Vander Weyden to the floor on serve receive. Martin out of the middle, no touch, missed the sideline. Back to serve. Baird. Kelly turned back. Now she'll set Baird a second time. And Baird makes the most of it.
Baird was a big X factor in their fourth set win. I believe she had 6 kills in that fourth set, hit really efficiently. She's an X factor.
So in this 5-setter, Izzy Martin serves match point over the back.
She really went for that back line. She's got a nice flat float serve. Luckily for the Valkyries, it was out. They followed it all the way to the line, and the Valkyries, 1, cannot afford a missed serve. 2, have to go on a massive run and make some digs.
Indy a side out away, still match point. Baird ignites the fight, and Indy on the road prevails in 5.
Front to back, such a solid win for the Ignite, who took control of this 5th set early and refused to give anything up.